Brooke, I'm back. So on to the next seed that I'm doing winter sowing with. It's time to talk about Foxglove. Now, the botanical name for Foxglove is digitalis, and if that made you think of, hey, isn't there a medication they use for people's hearts called digitalis? Yes, it is. This is where the medication is derived from. So as you can imagine, Foxglove is toxic. Every part of the plant is toxic. The seeds, the flowers, the leaves. So, if you have pets who are interested in nibbling on plants, or you've got small kids, just keep that in mind. Put it somewhere in your garden where they can't get to it easily. One of the great uses for Foxglove is to add a perimeter around something like your vegetable garden, because deer do not eat Foxglove. This is not one of those things that's resistant. They don't eat it because it is toxic. Animals know that. And so it's one of those things, instead of always spraying deer repellents, I try to use plants that I know the deer won't eat to kind of put a perimeter so that they'll be like, it's not worth it going in there. So Foxglove is one of them. Now, Foxglove falls into three different types of categories. One is a biennial, meaning that it sprouts and puts on a lot of greenery in the first year and produces flowers the second year and then dies and basically spreads seeds everywhere. Then there are some that are perennial. Now, some of them that are perennial are short-term perennials between 3 to 5 years, and then some of them are what's referred to as a true perennial, where they have a much longer lifespan. So when you're buying them, just make sure you look at the variety that you're getting and actually do some searching online. Sometimes, especially with the more rare varieties, you do find that there are some garden centers that sell that plant, and they'll kind of give you a better indication of whether or not it's a short-term perennial or a more lived perennial. Obviously, if something is longer lived, you don't have to plant it as often. Maybe you just have to plant it if, for example, you notice one year the plant doesn't come back. Whereas something that's short term, like 3 to 5 years, maybe every 2 years, every 2 years you want to start some just to make sure you have consistent blooms. Now, yes, Foxglove does self-seed. Whether or not it comes back really depends upon how you garden. I may have mentioned in another video. If you are not into mulching and there's ground contact with the seeds, obviously you're going to get a lot more seedlings the next year. I personally mulch heavily. I put like 3 inches of mulch down per year. And so even if something casts seeds, I'm burying it too deeply for it to come back. So I'm putting 4 types in my garden this year, as of right now. Okay, so the first one is called Chocolat. It's also known as milk chocolate. It's digitalis parviflora. Now, I did take some notes on this one. Okay, so this one is notated online as being a true perennial. It blooms from June to August and is hardy to zone 5. I think, from what I remember, it gets like 3 to 4 feet tall. I tried starting some of these last year. I didn't have a lot of success because I got my seeds very late, and this really needs to be winter sown. It struggled a lot. Okay. Then I have some Temple Bells Yellow Foxglove. I did start some of this last year, and I did plant it in the yellow section. I'm going to have to check to see if it's still alive. With the sunflower, and particularly the straw flower that I planted last year, it just overtook everything. And so I thought I saw some of the plants down there, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to plant some extras just in case. And the notation I have on this one is that it too is a long-lived. It's a long-lived perennial. This one can take part sun. It can take full sun, provided that you mulch the roots well, and mine are definitely well mulched. So I think I'm going to do 10 of these just to make sure, that I didn't lose any of them. But yeah, so these look really pretty. Then I have one called Digitalis lantana. It's this specific variety is called Cafe Creme. Now, Cafe Creme is a second-year flowering. This one is a short-term perennial. You can get blooms on it the first year if you sow it early enough. Once again, last year I did not get it in the ground early enough. This one is in the green section. The greens, I have two green sections. One's green with pink accents and one's green with white accents. This is in the green and white accent, and I think I do have some in the white section. It put on a lot of growth at the base, so I think this year it's definitely going to bloom for me. And last but not least, I have Digitalis Purpurea Sugar Plum. Okay, so Sugar Plum, it looks like it's pink with a burgundy throat. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but it looks absolutely beautiful. So this one says that you divide it in spring and fall every 3 to 5 years. So it sounds to me like this is probably a longer term, like a long-term perennial rather than the short variety. So as of right now, it looks like all the ones I have, oh, actually, I take that back. With the exception of Cafe Creme, it looks like everything else is a long-term perennial. So Cafe Creme is one of those types of things, maybe every other year, I'll start some just to make sure I have consistent blooms. If I can get some of the seed heads on it before they drop, I'll definitely do that because it's something, I would like to, I think it's going to be very pretty. I'm going to like it. So guys, that is it for the Foxglove. Okay guys, so using my phone, I'm enjoying this like zoom and backing away function here. But I just did the Creme of the Cafe Creme Digitalis. The little holder I got that I have it in, last year when I got all those mums from Walmart, I think I got like 100. I had them in this case. They let me take it. And so, but it's great for winter sowing, especially because I'm using solo cups. And so I think I have like 10 of these. So that's 100 plants because each one holds 10. So I'm just repurposing things. I did get some of those daisy mesh trays. I got 25 that actually came in early. But this is a great, guys, you reuse what you have. And this right here is perfect. So the next time, Walmart has the chrysanthemums on sale, get a bunch of them and just keep the trays because it's perfect for winter sowing. Okay guys, so I am doing the Sugar Plum Digitalis and I'm going to use a lavender cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't have any of these already prepared, so I've got to prepare some. So I thought I'd show you guys how I do the prepare the cups. So I grabbed a stack of 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm going to go through the inside out to drill. Let's see. Yeah, I did good. Good. I was trying to be as gentle as possible because I didn't want to rip the bottom one too much. But it's a slightly larger hole, but nothing wrong with drainage. So pretty much that's how you drill a hole in it. So you have to get a feel for basically pushing the drill through the cup. But once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quickly. So that's how I prepare the cups. So yeah, nothing to it. Okay guys, so here we go. That is all of the Foxglove right there. So there's 30 of the Temple Bell Jello. There's 10 of the Cafe Creme or Creme. I only had enough for 10 of those because the thing is, last year I planted out a lot of them. And then I did 30 of the Sugar Plum and 30 of the Chocolat because those are ones I didn't have. Temple Bells, I planted out some of them, but I think with all of the things in the yellow beds that were planted, I think it may have smothered them out. So I just want to make sure I have some. And obviously if I've got extras, there's other places I can tuck things. So guys, that's it for today's video. I'm going to start a new video to do the herbs because that's going to be a little bit different. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and guys, before I go, don't forget, if you're participating in the winter sew along, tag your post on Instagram, #winter sewing Grow Along and hashtag Solo Cup Terrarium if you're going to use one, and also hashtag Grow Along with Brooke, and you can tag me in it because I will certainly be reposting those in my story. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.